Okay, this is the subject of the video today, and it's good design. My first subject is a PlayStation controller. This is a later version with the analog sticks, and this one also rumbles, I believe. Yeah, as you can see, it fits nicely in the hand. Nice and smooth, all the controls fall easily to where they should be. Even the shoulder buttons. And they are incredibly strong and durable, which is good, because I've been guilty of throwing at least more than one of them across a room, and they just come back for more. And the simplicity of the design, because they've used symbols on the buttons, you don't have to have a multi-language printing. Obviously this middle bit would appear in different languages in different countries, I assume. I've seen a Japanese one that did actually have select start written in English, so I don't know. Yeah, that's the PlayStation controller. And this is my first PlayStation controller. As you can see, it's a little bit smaller, doesn't have the analog sticks, and doesn't rumble either. But the same basic design holds true. All the controls are right where they need to be. And again, it's nice and strong. Made of some kind of ABS plastic, one would imagine. Yeah, the similarities in design are incredible, because Sony, they obviously got this design right, because they didn't need to change it that much for that, and they had to add the analog sticks, which for driving games, awesome. And this is actually one of the forerunners to the PlayStation controller. As you see, it's a lot more simple. Always kind of reminded me of Batman, these things. Less buttons. Just a D-pad as well. And only a start button. Just your 9-pin connector. Yeah, this design, it's alright, it's nice and clean, but I found when I was playing it a lot, I got cramp, because it didn't fit in the hand so well. And I imagine if you had small hands, it'd be even more of a problem. I've got quite big manly hands, if you can see that. So yeah, that's the Sega controller. But getting back to the PlayStation controller, you can tell it's such a successful design because I actually have a clone. You see that? It's clear. It's exactly the same in dimensions. This one's a little bit heavier, but this one you can see the rumble motors. I don't know if you can actually pick that up. Yeah, these offset weights, that's all that makes it rumble. But this one's not as strong. Actually, a glue line around here where one day I did get mad and throw it, and it finally got the ghost. It does still work. I think one of the rumbles doesn't work now. Yeah. Immaculate design. Obviously Sony weren't happy about people making clones of their devices, but what could they do about it? Can't sue everybody, can they? And then we move on to the PlayStation 2 controller. As you see, it's almost exactly the same as the analog PlayStation 1 controller. The only difference being it says DualShock 2. Wow. And these analog buttons here have actually got 256 positions being pressed, which, you know, that's what Sony claimed, but I've never actually tried it myself. Not owning a PlayStation 2, it would be a little bit difficult, wouldn't it? I bought this exclusively to play on my PC with, using the controller I showed you in a previous video. So yeah, that's my nomination for good design. Well done, Sony. One thing I did forget to say about the Sony controller is it just looks modern. And when you compare that to that, you can tell that there's, what, I know, 8 years difference in the design. Yeah, this has had a lot of thought applied to it. Computer aided design, a lot of testing. The Japanese market, actually their controllers are smaller and have shorter wires as well, because not only are the Japanese people smaller physically, they also tend to have smaller homes. I'll try and get hold of one of these controllers that a friend of mine's got from Japan that is noticeably smaller. When I used to go around to his house to play on his PlayStation, I used to try and get the English controller because the smaller one was just a shade too small for my hands.